Alrighty guys, how's it going? It has been a long time. It really has, over 2 years now, I think. A lot of things have happened. I've just been playing here and there when I can, but have not been able to record at all. Figured I would start recording when I could again, and here we are. So, this is a world that I've just been playing around with and creative and having fun with, and figured I'd show you around a little lately. Some custom, some just the native grown stuff and all that. So yeah, let's get to it. There's a lot in this world, so hope you guys like it. But let's go over here where we're kind of all started. I just started building houses. That was my thing, and you guys have seen a couple of these houses, one or two or something, in some of the the videos I've done. I believe this house we built together in a video. If not this one, the one that looks very similar to it. Some of these builds have interiors, some do not, but this world looks significantly different from when I saw you guys on here last. There's a lot more builds, a lot more everything here. So as you can see, there's lots and lots of houses that I've been working on, some just weird, wacky ones, some pretty common, some modern ones. There's a couple that have been duplicated a little bit to make it look like it was somebody wanted to build 2 duplexes and have a 4plex or something. Some modern builds, trying different color palettes, some different apartment complexes, all sorts of different things. And so there's a bunch of different ones. Like this is all like cookie cutter houses, but different colorings, different things like that. And so this is kind of the outskirts of the city that I've been working on so far. And yeah, but there's a bunch of different things. So this is a natural village that it spawned in this area, because this is a super flat world that I did a long time ago, before the update of the world height and the world depth changed. So underneath here is a little different, and we'll show you what I've been doing down there. You can see kind of this area over here that the world generated past and changed the world depth. And so I've got some stuff being built down there that we'll go through in a little bit. But yeah, so that's been kind of fun to work around. But I figured this was kind of like a monumental, this is the original settlers of the town here. And so this is like, you can come through and see the old houses and all that. And then go underneath and pop to this side of the road. And then there's a church building right here, just kind of an old school cathedral style, not massive cathedral, but big-ish. And then over here you've got a police station and their parking lot. Interior is not really done. There's some to it, but not a ton. And so that was kind of a fun build to mess around with and have fun. Then on this side you've got the fire station, so that was also a fun one to do. This one has more interiors done on it, but nothing too crazy. And you come upstairs and you get the fire pole, and then this is where all the trucks are with their own dock system, or upper system that you can get to the tops of the trucks easier, and then their pull around and parking lot, and kind of that sort of a fun thing with that. I really am happy with this factory with the smoke coming out the top and all of that, and then you can have the trucks pull around this backside and all of that. So that's kind of a fun part to it that I really enjoyed. And some of these builds I've taken inspiration, like this one, somebody built a similar version to it, and so I pulled a little bit from it, doing little tweaks and changes too. Some of these are fully my own and custom builds, and some are real life builds that I've tried to duplicate to Minecraft. So you got a huge apartment complex right here. You've got the first gas station. This is the first commercial build that I built in this world. And then you've got the bus station, if you will, and it's flying blasts. And so it's kind of a fun little nod to the gas when they came out, and little cul-de-sac with more homes. And then right here you can go down the water, and this takes you down all the way underground to this area, which is the subway system. And so I've got this train down here and all these carts. And so this is kind of the subway. And so you've got these, like, there's bathrooms here, there's a little shop for getting tickets, and then other little stores and whatnot. And it's still a work in progress. And then you've got a whole subway system that runs around that you can also take tracks. So this goes over to the IKEA, which I'll show you in a minute. You can cross over here. This takes you up to a trial chamber that's over here that you can go through. Different fun things like that. And so it's kind of a fun little addition that I've done down there. And so, yeah, this is going to be a big, huge public park type thing. And so that's what this green space is. And then I've got this huge apartment complex right here that is identical to that one over there, just different colors and a lot bigger. Here's the IKEA, which is kind of a fun one right here. And so you've got parking out here and then a bunch of parking underneath the IKEA, and then of course empty right now, but eventually it will be filled in. Over here you got a Bass Pro Shop. That was fun to build with the different designs, trying to mimic a little bit of what they do with their store. And so, oh, looks like a tree grew through. Gotta fix that. But yeah, this was a fun one to build. I've got to do more in here, get the interior all done. Same with the IKEA. But yeah, so kind of a fun. This one's a parking garage. So for this apartment complex here, you come in, you've got the different parking stalls, and then you can come upstairs or up the ramp. There's a few different layers, and then you've got the top layer up here. And so, yeah, that kind of feeds this whole apartment complex here if need be. Didn't go through some of these homes over here, but that's all right. This is a world that I might want to play on more. We'll have to see. So you did see a couple of these homes, and then there's more over here. Tons of different designs, more modern versus some that are more classical styling, and some that lack color right now that I'm still tweaking to some like more grand looking one. And so yeah, duplex, another little house, and then there's a big farm back over here that I had a friend was having fun making this, and so she enjoyed that. And I've moved it out because this will be more of the farming area, I think, because it was more closer to the inner city originally, but I've moved it out. So we go back over to here. This is kind of the crazy lady that's kind of the witch area almost that I built a while ago. And so she lives in this pale oak forest, and this is when the pale oak was first introduced. And so it was fun to build this little area, and I think that'll stay there, but we'll see. Then this park has an entrance into these duplexes. There's a bunch, they're just identical duplexes that go through this whole area. So there's a few of those that you can kind of wander through, and this is their parking lot. Wraps around kind of the IKEA, and it comes out over here and back to this main road here next to the IKEA and the Bass Pro Shop. I really like this little, there's a cow that got up in there, but this little area is kind of fun. The kind of outside the Bass Pro kind of seems to be something that they would do. And then we start to get kind of downtown city area. You've got a bunch of different skyscrapers. This one was fun to design and do with the curves and all that. This one I really like as well with the details. So there's a bunch of different skyscraper-esque buildings through here, and then we built this hospital, which this one I did do off of another person's design that I tried to mimic a little bit. There's some tweaks here just from the one angle, and then I designed the whole back and other side myself. So this was kind of fun, do a big old hospital in the downtown city. And then over here we did kind of like a beachy area you could walk out into and have the beach, and this is all a swimming area, and then you've got this like the buoys that block this area that are lit up so that the ships from over here can't come over here. And so you've got this little market stall area that I need to fill out with detail, and then this area you can get your cruise ship stuff, and another just mini skyscraper and a parking lot. And then over here you've got the shipyard, and the trucks can come in, and you've got the shipping containers that this moves the shipping containers off of these piles, and then it can come over here and up and down on and off the ships. Eventually I'll build a ship. That'll be fun to do. But yeah, so there's a bunch of shipping containers all piled up in here, and then this big warehouse right here we'll do something with that has to do with the shipping containers. That is bright. Holy cow. My goodness, that is a bright room. Haven't been in there in a minute. But yeah, so this whole yard, and then finish this area a little bit more. This was kind of fun. The outpost popped in later, and then we did this little lighthouse over here for the ships, and so that was kind of fun to do as well. Little boats and whatnot. But yeah, so something that's cool, as you can see, there's some terrain. I said this was a super flat. So it was a super flat. But during one of the updates, something happened, and the area that I loaded in is still a super flat. But the area that I hadn't loaded yet all turned into natural terrain. And so I have this super flat and a normal world. So this whole area is this perfect place for building a city. And then you've got the normal natural world surrounding the whole thing. So it's kind of a happy accident. So it's kind of fun. So yeah, you can see this whole area is nice and flat, and then it just kind of turns into this perfectly natural normal terrain. Obviously slight glitches here and there, but nothing too crazy that I can't fix. And so it's able to keep going. So like this went over my road a little bit so this was loaded, but it still did that. So it was kind of interesting. But yeah, so I've got every different biome and all sorts of stuff all throughout here. And you've got, I mean, there's a little jungle pocket there. I found mangrove, I found jungle, I found swamp, I found dark oak, pretty much almost every biome I found out there now, which is kind of fun. And so it's kind of build out this whole flat area to be the city, and then do something with the rest of the world or something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, but I've just been slowly chugging along, getting this all built out to be this kind of big fun city and have multiple different things coming through here. And so slowly coming along. I do enjoy building on here every so often. And then I'll go into survival worlds as well. But yeah, it makes it fun just to be able to do something creative without having to go get all the blocks as well. As much as I do enjoy that, but this is also fun to build these skyscrapers and do different little details. Like this has this little patio deck, and then up on top another patio deck, and this is another big parking garage. It's a lot bigger than that one over there. But yeah, similar pillars, and kind of tried to keep some things cohesive. And then I've built some trees, small skinny ones in front of some buildings, and taller than normal other trees, and just playing around with this. I might change some of this landscaping, and I still need to add more to make it look a little better. But I've just been trying to go through the whole world and add some foliage and make it look better than what it did. It was just kind of barren before. So it definitely makes a difference. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been working on right now. Obviously, you guys have never really seen the entirety of this world, but I am happy with some of these houses. They turned out pretty well, and some of them are, some of them are pretty much fully interior done. Obviously, we've got some trees that decided to grow through, but I mean, this one has a kitchen of some kind, like, and some of these houses have a whole different design where like, oh, I try this, and so there's a bunch of different designs and things. Like this has the rails to open up the garage door and all of that sort of thing, just trying to make it look more normal. My goodness, if I can open and close this one I really like, with the awning, the pergola, and how you do the campfires. That was a fun one. And so yeah, there's a bunch of different little designs, tweaks, and little things here and there that are fun. I need to do bedrooms and bathrooms in this house still, and some are fully done, some are partially done, like I said. But for the most part, they've come along quite a way. Like this one's not done interior wise. This one's not. Most of these I'd say are not done interior wise, but there are definitely a few that I did a lot more, like this one when we did this in a video, made all of this stuff. Or no, this one I made by myself, and then I did that one in a video and I mimicked the design and showed how to build it. So this one has nothing done, where this one has pretty much everything done, including, I mean, you can see the landscaping, the front porch, just about everything is done in here. And so you've got TV, you've got just literally everything that you could think of is in this one. And there's some weirdness to this, and huge storage room. And then we even did like the attic area, and I'm trying to remember if we did like the rafters and all that. Yeah, we did rafters up here and tried to make it look like it was normal and kind of how the house would do. I really enjoy this barbecue. I think this is a fun barbecue to do. And then the pool is kind of fun, little shed type thing. I don't know, that was a fun house to do. But like this one is also fully done. And there's some weirdness to this house that I have changed in an updated version of this house that I did. Like all of this has been adjusted and changed. But this one kind of like did that higher bar that you see in some kitchens, and some little weird tweaks and design changes that I did for each house. This one has a little fireplace, and some of these have been shown on video. But then this one also has like this prepper basement almost, where it just goes deep. And so you come down into this huge basement that's all almost dungeony like, and so this way you can come out, you can drop in from the yard right there, and then this is an escape route. Like there's just a bunch of different, this is all underneath, so it's all blocked off, but almost like a prepper, I don't know, something. Tried a bunch of different things. The ceiling was fun to do, the bottom of different blocks, the tops of other blocks. This one's kind of like almost, I think I showed this in a video at one point, but almost like a anime drawing style, like, I don't know, kind of cartoony styling. But yeah, and so this one was fun to just mess around with and have fun. And so if you wanted to go down, you could drop down over here, and it doesn't hurt you because of the water, and I don't know, all sorts of stuff. This is like a bunch of complex of buildings right through here, like a sixplex each side. Then they've got garages on the back with side streets and kind of all sorts of fun little things. But I do really enjoy these apartment complex buildings that I did here, and tried to think about how to combine them and make it cohesive and be able to connect. And so I got to do interiors on these for sure, but then you can come on the sky bridge and different things like that. Kind of fun. But yeah, there's a bunch more to do here for sure. I'm going to just keep building. I'll probably record some of it I won't. There's obviously a lot more to do, and so there's the interesting stuff maybe I'll record, and the other stuff I won't, type of thing. But I wanted to kind of show you guys as my first video back, I guess. And so we'll see. Hopefully I can do some more videos and we can keep growing. It seems like one of our shorts did crazy and just blew up. We got over 100,000 views on that short. I think we're like 160,000 views already, and just seems like people really enjoyed it. And so maybe I'll make some more shorts similar to that, as well as just some more survival. Maybe I'll start a new survival series, and there's a bunch of worlds that I've tried out and done little things with here and there, and so maybe we'll jump back into those and have some fun, and some that I've never recorded yet, so we'll have to see. But I wanted to show you guys this. I thought it was kind of a fun project I've been working on, and we'll see how it grows and do more with it. I think that'd be fun to record with. So anyways, guys, I'll leave this with you guys. I wanted to show you, and we'll go from there, and I'll do more in this world as well as some others, and hopefully you guys enjoy and we can grow this channel and get bigger and have some fun together. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good one, and hope you guys enjoy. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.